We're back again with another episode of Seventh Voice Podcast. I'm your host, Aziz Adesanya. And remember, the purpose of this podcast is to have meaningful conversation with amazing people and people from all over the world, from different walks of life. I have someone I call legend when it comes to comedy today. He's a comedian. He's someone that we can call one of the founder of stand-up comedy in Nigeria. You can mention probably top 3 people that started stand-up comedy in our country, Nigeria, without mentioning this name. He is now living in Canada with his family. He has sold out many cities, talk of Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, and Edmonton. Today, I want you to all welcome Dedon, our main comedian today. Thank you so much, brother, for joining me.
That hype not be yours.
Thank you. I mean, you deserve them now. You know, you are. Even I feel like I didn't do enough a good job. I feel like I could, mention more because your name is top there when it comes to comedy in Nigeria.
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm like the third edition. Not edition. What do you call it now? Generation of Nigerian comedy.
You are the third generation, but I'm talking about when we want to, when we want to talk about how the comedy started booming in Nigeria.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the first generation, second generation, but the
first generation was people like Alibaba,
yes,
Muhammed, Danjuma,
yes.
Bakassi. At that time, comedy is not in the mainstream.
It's not.
It's only the corporate environment that consume the service.
Exactly.
Like Guinness, Nigerian breweries, Picnic. Then later, the likes of Basketmouth, Julius Agu, Teji Babyface, Benga Dinka came in, and then it was still 9th of 1,000 laughs.
Yes.
But at that time, 9th of 1,000 were not producing CDs. It was not in the general market for anybody to consume.
So the third generation
generation was ourselves. Then 9th of 1,000 started putting in CDs.
I get it.
People like Julius Agu, TA started putting up their own shows. So they started to put adverts on TV. Yeah. After the show, they cut some highlights and put on TV. That was when we came in. But fortunately, that was when people now came to realize,
that's what I want to say.
Comedy is a thing in Nigeria.
You understand? That's what I want to say because, the reason why I said if you want to mention top 3, top 5 stand-up comedian in Nigeria that started, we're going to put your name is, yes. Obviously, Alibaba, they are the Dedon in the industry, right?
They are the ancestors.
Exactly. But the truth is, you are able to, get that from them and able to put it out for the world.
Yeah, exactly.
And now today, the new generation now, they took that from you guys and then start bringing it up. Our comedy is all over the world. I remember when I was in Dubai, I saw some Filipinos and Indians watching Nigerian comedy.
Yeah, I meet some Filipinos here who tell me about Sabinus.
That's what I want to say. They talk about Sabino, they talk about Emanuela.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't put it out there, talk of Basketmouth and everyone, we won't see it there. Our name won't be there.
Correct.
And now, the reason why I will still want you to know that you are part of that top people in that country is you now still brought it from Nigeria down here to Canada. And you didn't just bring it here. You were doing shows. You were selling out shows. We'll talk about your show. I was in your show, the one you did in Toronto last year.
Yeah.
And I know what you put there. You didn't just bring our own Nigerian comedian. You even brought...
That's
our guy from... Is he Mexico or Spanish?
No, from El Salvador.
Yes, that guy, Salvador. That guy was like... He was able, even though he's not a Nigerian, he was able to bring
connect,
a lot of Nigerian comic. And I was like, wow, this guy sounds like a Nigerian.
Yeah.
So I know, we've touched on a lot of things within this small introduction, but I know you are the one that can introduce yourself the best. I want you to tell my audience your name. I want you to take us back to that where it started. Because I know sometimes when we do things, when we start, anything we do, we don't see it as business. We just see it as fun. I remember Maradona said, even if they don't pay him to play football, he just wants people to watch him play football.
Exactly.
Because it's fun for him, right?
Yeah.
But later he know that, wait, this thing is money. And he make his name and money from it.
Yeah.
How does comedy start for Dedon? Take us back there.
It's a long story, so please feel free to interrupt me at any point for a clarification or you want to ask question in between. So comedy for me, I didn't know, like you said, I didn't know it was a business.
Yes.
I was actually doing it from my primary school days, but not as stand-up comedy. I remember when I was in primary 3, my favorite subject is free time.
Free time. I like that.
So when it's free time, my teacher will go to the board and write story time. He will write free time in bracket. He will say story time.
Story time.
So some kids will come share some tragic stories.
Okay.
Then I get bored with the tragic story.
So you want to make everyone laugh.
I will share tortoise story or monkey story. I always share very funny story at the end of the session. Most times, my teacher, immediately after my story, the teacher will stop the
whole thing.
We stop the story time because he wants us to end on a higher note, on a lighter note. Okay. So it got to a stage. Each time it is story time, if I raise my hand, people will say, "No, you are coming last."
Because they want you to close the show.
Yeah, I became the comedian of my primary school then.
Wow.
It was a day my headmaster was doing a patrol, and he heard me doing a story. He stopped to listen from the window.
And watch you speak, right?
So after then, he told the teacher, anytime you have a story time and this boy wants to share a story,
let me know.
Me. The second time he came, he actually sat in the classroom to listen to me. Now, when I got to secondary school, I met a comedian called Baba Kome.
Okay. Baba Kome, yes.
Baba Kome, my mom had a store in front of Ethiopia. Ethiopia is a guest hostel inside Delta State University, Abraka. Okay. That was where I grew up. So each time they do concert inside the campus, my mom will make us go sell drinks, snacks in front of the hall, you know?
Exactly.
So sometimes when we said minerals, we have to return the bottles. Okay. Because you have to buy your
Yeah, of course. I know those days. When you go out there to sell soft drinks, you have to
deposit money so that you
come back with the bottle, I remember.
So we'll get into the show to get our bottles back. Because the students, when they buy the bottles, they take it into the show. That's their popcorn, like you go to the movie now.
Yes.
So I'll go there. In the process of picking the bottles, I'll watch Baba Kome.
Okay.
So Kome was extremely funny. He teases, he tells jokes. He can spend like 20 minutes just yabbing from one person to the other. You dare not interrupt Kome while he's on the microphone.
Wow.
So I picked some style from him. I said, wow, I can do this thing. So I will take some of the jokes he shared, take it to my secondary school. And then during break time, I'll gather my friends and share them.
Wow.
Sometimes I will sing songs. I have a friend, Ime, that will hit the tables for me, and I will begin to sing songs like Patra, Chakademos, Modamiho Community Back the Shot. Wow. Somebody de Queen in Adipa.
Oh my goodness.
Look at me, it all sexy like that. And he catches me, something like that, you know.
Oh my goodness. See that. Not only comedy, my brother, you can still do this. I actually watched one of your shows recently where you were singing there. You were yabbing my people, the Yoruba people. I was like, oh my goodness.
That should be Peperempe.
Yes. That was another great show, you know.
Yeah, Funny enough, that thing happened in real life.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was in the show and they asked the band to sing, not like Norishi though. Okay. The lady asked the band to sing a song of one musician, I can't remember the name. Okay. And the guy began to
mention the guy's name.
You know? So when I got to Lagos, fast forward, I tried doing that stuff in my secondary school. When I got to Lagos, I began to watch people like Alibaba, Muhammed, Danjuma, Basosa. I began to watch them on TV. And a friend told me that, do you know these guys are making good money from this?
Wow.
And you can do it too, because I used to treat them when we were together.
You used to do it for fun.
I do it for fun. They say you can do this. So I went to I said, where did they record it? They told me DTD. I went to DTD.
What is DTD?
DTD is a dance show. They used to record in Lekki Beach. Oh, okay. They do different programs there, different fun things there. Okay. But every day they do their democratic dance.
Oh, okay.
We have big brands sponsoring it. We have Coca-Cola, Fanta, Picnic sponsor each of those segments. So my guys told me, go there. So I went there. I told the guy I want to perform. The guy gave me a spot. Okay. I think 5 minutes the first time to open the show. Okay. And then when I came to open the show, people were not seated. Wow. Very few people were seated. Like Lekki Beach, people just keep walking, buying things, having fun. So you that have come to open the show, you have to gather the audience that you will need to work with.
Okay.
So good enough, I gathered the audience in less than 3 minutes.
Wow.
And the second time I went, they employed me as an in-house comedian. You understand?
That was
so
where the journey
I now became the show opener.
Okay.
So my work is to get on stage, make sure the place is full before they get the show started. From there, I met people like someone that I made so rest in peace, Sound Sultan.
Sound Sultan is so rest in peace. He's
very fantastic.
He's one of our legends as well.
Very great soul. The first time I met Sound Sultan, I was in school already in Lagos State University. So I was big to actually, the guy that was hosting the beauty pageant told me I was going to perform.
Okay.
So Sound Sultan came as the MC. So I told Sound Sultan, when am I going up? Sound Sultan looked at his program. My name was not there.
Wow.
So I told her, bro, I need to perform for this show. I don't already come. He said, but your name is not on the list. I said, I'm a comedian. And on this list, you guys don't have comedian. Just give me 3 minutes. If I not tree you, anywhere you see me, bite my ear. But if I tree you, please introduce me to your network. And he laughed. He said, okay. So in between, that's what brought me on stage. When I came on stage, unfortunately, the audience at that time, they were hyped because they feel they've done some elimination. They've reduced some of the ladies who they think they are in their department. They are supposed to get to the final stage.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of tension in the hall.
Okay.
But when I came in, I didn't share jokes. I yabbed like 5 people for the 5 minutes I was there. Oh my goodness. And the whole hall tore apart. The place now kept quiet. The whole place was quiet, and I did just one joke. When I came down, Sound Sultan hugged me. Sound Sultan said, don't worry, I will introduce you to all my friends. You know Basketmouth? I said, no. How can you meet Basketmouth?
Basketmouth.
So Sound Sultan took me to Basketmouth. I told Basketmouth, see this guy hot. So Basketmouth introduced me to Night of 1,000 Laughs. I went to a Night of 1,000 Laughs. Before then, I had met Alibaba. Okay. But he has not seen me perform.
Okay. So you after just went there to meet him.
Yeah, so after Night of 1,000 Laughs, at Night of 1,000 Laughs, I met Agodai.
Wow.
Agodai now told me there is a guy in Abuja that is doing a show called Laughter on the Loose. Can you come to Abuja? I said, why not? So I took a 9 bus. I went to Night of 1,000. I went to Abuja for the show. While I was performing, Alibaba came into the hall. Oh. So when I came down, Alibaba, as I finished, I was going backstage. Alibaba stood up from back. Oh, Shina, come here. Oh, Shina Urubu. Alibaba is from my village. Okay. Funny enough, we didn't know we were cousins. Oh. We got to know later, you know. Wow. So he called me and said, boy, you funny die. If anybody asks you, tell her, say Alibaba, say you funny.
If Alibaba can stamp any comedian in Nigeria, that person is funny.
Yeah, so just like that, we keep growing from one stage to the other.
Exactly. I like, you've mentioned a lot of amazing names. Basketmouth, Sound Sultan is so rest in peace. Yeah. The legendary Alibaba. It shows you have this skill set in you. And before I came to Canada, even I might touch on how I actually met you. I have a real estate business. Yeah. That was how you came into my world. And, we were around, looking for properties. And I still don't know this is Dedon. Even though I've watched you on Night of Thousands Laughs many times. Yeah. The day I know it's Dedon was after, the whole we've done showing, like, we've met like 2-3 times. Yeah. Now I called you. I was looking at something on your document to be able to do what I need to do with the real estate we are looking for. Then I look at the name. Then I'm like, I've seen this name before. I started cracking my brain. So that was in my head, like, I've seen this name before. I think 2 days after, one of your videos just popped up again on my YouTube. Dedon. And I'm like, yes.
This is the guy.
This is Dedon. And I called Dedon. I didn't even know that you are the one who was working with. It's just, it's so, like, when I finally know that you are the person, I'm like, wow. I was going around with someone that I know is one of the legends in Nigeria. Apart from watching you on Thousands Live, I was at your show last year. And the way you killed it, the way you bring that thing. Sometimes people don't know where your jokes is going. Yeah. And they've already been laughing, just not knowing that even the end is even funnier than what they've been listening to. Yeah. When you look back now at how you've been able to actually bring those comic out, apart from Baba Kome that you mentioned, who do you think also kind of help you with your craft in Nigeria? But either in Nigeria or even outside of Nigeria?
To be honest, I gather my inspiration from so many people. Okay. Or rather, many comedians have inspired me in different ways.
Yes.
You understand me? People like the likes of Basoj.
Okay.
Funny enough, didn't inspire me in terms of creating materials. But Basoj taught me how to actually make money with my talent. As at the time I met Basoj Sarah Jr., it was just about, just go on stage and make people laugh. You understand me?
Yes.
But Basoj let me know the skills that I need to attract corporate brands. That is when I'll begin to make money. If not, I'll just be popular and no money in the pocket.
I get it.
You know?
I get it.
Then when I met, may so rest in peace, Muhammed Danjuma.
Okay.
He's an old comedian. Then I don't used to tell jokes because where I'm coming from in Delta State, we don't really tell jokes. We call it yabis.
Yeah, I know.
So once you get on the microphone, you just pick anybody and begin to yab. Sometimes nobody talks to you, because it's a thing for an average, at least one in every audience feel they are funnier than that comedian. So they want to let the comedian know immediately, say, hey, I funny pass you. So those are the people that throw words at the comedians.
And then you take it up and then...
Now, those guys, they are food for us. So if I get on stage, I have like 2-3 bullets for such people.
Oh my goodness.
So sometimes if you go on stage and nobody does that, you just pick on an innocent person.
And then jab the person.
Yeah, but Muhammed Danjuma told me you don't do that. If nobody yab you, you have to tell your story. Because think about it. How many corporate body will actually invite you to come yab their audience?
Look at it.
But when you tell a story that they can relate to and it amuse them or make them laugh.
Even you can now yab them a little bit at that time, but you need to have that story.
You need to have the story. Then somebody like Alibaba, I learned how to take true life experience
and turn it to a funny thing,
to make joke out of it. And I noticed while watching himself and Dave Chappelle.
Okay, Dave Chappelle.
I learned that style from them. Dave Chappelle can pick real life story and while he's telling you, it could be news.
Yes.
While he's delivering the news, you'll be laughing in between and you will learn a lot from it. You will get informed, you will get educated from it, you know? The same thing with Alibaba. That style I took from them and it has worked for me a million times, and I don't think I'm ready to drop it now.
And that's why I said, when people are listening to, like, the show I attended last year, when people are listening to you, they're already laughing. But at the end of the whole story you're telling, I'm like, even the end, even now, sound funnier than what we were laughing at before. Like, how did you get all this? Now, let's talk about your journey to Canada, because I know, even though I didn't attend any of your shows in Nigeria, I always watch them on YouTube, or we have CDs we buy at that time. All the the Night of Thousand Laughs, I watch it on CDs, obviously. Things were going well for you as a comedian, as a top comedian in Nigeria. You've worked with Akporo, you've worked with Agodai, Agosave, all these big names in Nigeria. You moved to Canada. I want to know why. Obviously, I think I know some of the whys. But I still want you to tell me why. And how has that movement been? Do you think when you look back, you feel like you made the right decision, or maybe you should have stayed back?
To be honest, at first, my first 2 years in Canada, I thought I made a big mistake. You know? Because let me be honest, I was depressed. But what keeps me going is the light at the end of the tunnel.
That you can see.
Yeah. At a point in Nigeria, I did economics.
In the University of Lagos, right?
Lagos University. Ojo. And I understand I analyzed Nigerian economy. I saw the pattern. You understand me?
Yes.
Not everybody will really understand the pattern, especially if you're in Nigeria. But here in Canada, they don't joke with patterns. In economics, they don't joke with pattern too. When they see, okay, this is a trend that has been happening, and there's no system to stop it or to adjust it, then it means the pattern is going to go on for a long time. My father was very rich when I was small. My father had an estate in Abraka and Nabaroto is village.
Wow.
Abraka is my mother's village. Yeah. In Abraka, I had like 4 flats, and it has like land scattered everywhere.
Wow.
It was in the Ministry of Agriculture. But when my dad died, 2 years later, I was made to hawk pap early in the morning. Sometimes I hawk bread early in the morning, and I go to school. After school, when I come back, I immediately take fish.
To go
Roasted
sell.
fish. Yeah, I'll go sell the roasted fish. And when it is 5:30, 6 people are back from farm, I'll take the fish back and take palm oil. Because my people do gari. When they bring the gari from farm, they go to grind, they grind it, and they mix it with palm oil. That is where you get this yellow gari.
I know.
So I'll make sure I meet those people when they are coming from the market, coming from the farm. I either meet them at the grinding machine.
How old are you at that time?
Then I was 10, between 10 and 13.
10 and 13,
Yeah.
already grinding.
Yeah.
Exactly. Do you think that experience helped you in terms of
a lot?
grinding?
It helped me a lot. It helped me in money management. It helped me in people management. It helped me generally in life. You know. So when I go, as at the time I was about to make this move to Canada, I was doing really well. I had a radio show.
Yeah, I know.
Going well for me.
Deedon,
The radio show.
What do you call it again?
Comedy
Happy Hour.
Comedy Happy Hour with Deedon.
Deedon, yeah.
The show wasn't just there to entertain people. I was making money from it. I had Unilever sponsored the show for 2 years.
I know.
Etisalat sponsored the show for 4 years.
Wow, you had deal with Etisalat as well.
Etisalat was running before I left. I had Ete, I had Glow. So I had 3
Those are
competing
big
networks. I had Picnic. I had Bed King. So I had these people. Then I also have a TV show called The Redon. I put some of them on. I put them on YouTube. But before then, I had African Magic always buying my episode, my season. So I produce, I give to them, no complaint. They buy it, they pay me. Then I also own a bar, Bar 32. The bar and restaurant run from Monday to Monday. Then Fridays I do comedy there.
Wow.
Mondays I get a minimum of 100 guests every Friday.
Wow. Those are real things you've achieved in Nigeria.
So, but when I see the trend, survivor in Nigeria, if I die today, how are they going to cope? I don't trust Nigerian insurance. The insurance system. Insurance is the same everywhere in the world, but to some extent, there are systems that check them in this part of the world.
Exactly.
You understand me? But Nigeria, they can come up with any investigation and tell you, hey, this is our report of investigation. Right? And most times, there's nothing you can do. I felt, man, no. I don't want my children to go through what I went through.
So it's because of the kids?
Of course. Because of the kids. And I feel I will still enjoy more freedom here.
And I think, when I talk to a lot of immigrants, Nigerians, Africans, that have kids before they move, that's one of their top reasons. The kids, they feel like, okay, what's going to be? Because you look at what you as an individual, what you've went through to reach where you are. And you feel like, do I want my kids to kind of go through
this? Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying Nigeria is 100% that bad, but when you look at the system, the way it's going, sometimes it scares you to feel like, do I want them to go that way?
Why? The one major challenge I have in Nigeria, you can plan a process. So long it's legal and you are following the legal way, you will surely get there. But Nigeria, you can't get there that way. If you plan a process, you must
have to do some backdoor.
Put in a human factor. Stumbling blocks. You must have to bootlick. And that is something that does not align with my values at all.
I get it. Now, the good thing is your skill set as a comedian, as someone that can make people laugh.
Yeah.
That didn't stop when you came here. You are able to kind of take that out as well.
Yeah.
You've sell out Toronto, you've sell out Vancouver, you've done shows in Calgary, in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Before we end the conversation today, we're going to talk about your next show. But I have some question I want to ask you because I don't want you to bring a legend here and I won't ask some legendary questions.
Yeah.
Let's start from Basketmouth. There are a lot of things that happened, I would say, like last year about Basketmouth and other top comedians. Yeah. Tell me, how do you, what's Basketmouth to you, to your career? Who is he to you?
Basketmouth, I would say, is a very tough guy.
When you say tough, what does that mean?
Tough. Basketmouth takes risk that I've not seen anybody take. You understand? Basketmouth is hardworking. Basketmouth is creative. As at the time Basketmouth started his comedy club in Fantasyland then, Basketmouth didn't have the money for the kind of standard he was putting out. Usually when we do comedy club, we just get a stage, get speakers. But Basketmouth came and changed the game. He was building big stage, we get big lights. The way they produce big concert, that was why he was producing the show. I was wondering, how do you get this money? He said, if you don't create this impression for the people, they can never pay you the big money.
Yes. If you don't do that risk, like obviously at that time you might even be, going through some debt to do that.
Yeah. Sometimes Basketmouth finish the show, he can't pay people, he will run away. But whether you like him or not, he has created that impression. So I like that about him. The only challenge I have with Bright is Basketmouth find it so hard to forgive when you offend him.
And I think that's going to come to... Let me let you finish that part.
Basketmouth find it hard to forgive when you offend him. Then Basketmouth find it very hard to hear from the other side. If I have a talk with you now, and you report to Basketmouth, Basketmouth won't want to hear from me. We draw his conclusion and say, hey, Don, you mess up where.
Wow.
You understand me? Wow. So it doesn't give room
for
conversation. I think that was why himself and AY had that issue.
That is what I'm going.
I can say 100% things that got Basketmouth really hungry and pissed wasn't really what AY did. It must have the provocation must have been from a reported situation, a reported case to him. See what AY talk or see what AY do, and he just drew that conclusion.
Do you think now you because you're someone that have worked with Basketmouth and you know him very well, and probably you still have conversation with him or you still communicate with him? I would think.
Yeah.
Do you think he has changed in that kind of thing? Because he's one of the legend in the country. Do you think now he listens to people? Because I saw a video of him apologizing to AY and other people that felt like that. Do you think he has changed?
Because we're in the creative world, because he's a creative, I can't 100% say that's an apology.
I watched the video
Rather, if you watch the video,
it's like they said I should apologize.
It was a marketing strategy. You understand me? To promote his upcoming show at that time. You understand? But I don't know if 100% he has changed now, but I believe with age,
something will have to happen.
It will definitely come change.
You mentioned AY, and a lot of people have their side when AY and Basketmouth issue happened. Some said AY is just trying to step on the hand that took him there, because AY obviously said Basketmouth was the one that introduced him to a lot of big shows as well. Have you worked with AY? What do you know about him?
AY is a fantastic guy, I must say. AY is a businessman, but sometimes can be capitalistic. He applies some element of a capitalist. You understand me? The business have to go. The business must work.
I mean, as a business person, sometimes I think almost everyone have that. But when it's too obvious, when people know that it's all about business for you, the human emotion, human closeness might not be there. Is that what you see about AY?
That's why I always say, as a capitalist, in any business we do, you have to have the spirit of collaboration. Now, your collaboration can either be human or be a capitalist. A capitalist, you really don't care what people feel. But when what people feel begin to come into
money
to your brand, or want to bring down your brand, then you have to be a great actor. You have to show some empathy in the area that people will see. People will see and notice, oh man, it's not like that. Do you understand what I mean? Take, for example, the issue of, it's just that they go stop this your program if I mention that.
Why?
The issue of jab. This jab.
Okay.
The people that brought jab,
Okay.
that shut down the country,
Okay.
they shut down the whole world. They are capitalists. You understand me?
Okay.
Now, not to let the world know they are wicked, they collaborated with government to begin to give people money to quitting the struggle. Then later brought the jab for free. But there is something they want to achieve. They achieved it. But whether you like it or not, in the face of the people, it's just like a politician who steals money from the government and shares some to some people.
To some people.
The people
the
that
people
he
think
shared
he's
to,
a good person.
Man, that guy is a good guy. But it's not good to the system.
Exactly. Like, it's like stealing $100 million and sharing, I don't know, $500,000 with people. And people say this is a good person.
This is a good person.
Dude, he has stolen $100 million.
Exactly.
You understand?
So the back to the AY stuff. He's a business guy. A business must succeed.
Okay.
I like him because he respects people. It's just that the issue he had with Basketmouth didn't give room for
him to talk.
So there was no conversation. The thing went on for a long time.
And even in his own interview, sorry to cut you, in AY interview, he said that Basketmouth just came out and said, you do this, I don't want to have conversation with you. And as a human being, that's shocking. One, they might have said what you didn't say to Basketmouth.
Exactly.
Or maybe the way you said it, you didn't mean what they are trying to present to him, right?
So that was what happened between them. Apart from that, AY is a very fantastic
Do you have
businessman.
any friendship with him? Have you done anything with him before?
Myself and AY lived in Alibaba's boys' quarter for over 3 years.
Wow. So you actually know AY.
We slept in the same bed.
Wow. That's I didn't really know that. I thought you only close with Basketmouth.
No, I'm close to almost every Nigerian comedian that started before 2010.
Okay.
I'm very close to them. All.
The Apororos,
when Akpororo started, the first time I met Akpororo was a campus show. Then I was already in the limelight.
Yeah, I know.
Akpororo was new, was riding Okada.
Wow.
So after performance, I said, man, bro, you funny, oh. Why don't you come to Muson? Because then it was Muson Center. Why don't you come to Muson Center and the rest to come perform? He said, they don't pay there. I said, no, I'll put you on my show. I was doing a show opposite Muson Center. The name of the hall was Magnolia Hall.
Wow.
So I called Akpororo, say, come and perform there. When people see you, you will get connection. He said, how much you will pay me? I said, bro, it's not about money. It's about pushing your brand now.
Yeah.
I do it every time. When Basketmouth is doing his show, Teddy Babyface is doing his show, Julius, I just go there just to showcase myself.
Let people know you.
They are brands. They are banks. They are people, corporate bodies who do events. They can't afford Basketmouth. They can't afford Alibaba. They will pay you 50,000, 100,000. Then 100,000 was big deal. 50,000, they will pay you. You say, okay, I will come. So at the end of the show, all the comedians that performed, they've done and they've gone. Only Akpororo came to meet me because it was new in this kind of business. He said, bro, have fun. I said, correct, thank you very much. You tear. He said, you see what I talk now? You see what I talk? That's why I not like come this side. I don't finish now, they say, I tear. So what I'll take go as? Now I will take go as. I gave him 5,000 there and I told him, say, bro, not be so that they do it, you need to, hustle.
Yeah.
So I think that was 2004 or 5.
Wow.
So in 2008, he told me that he was going for AY Live. AY open mic, because then AY started the open mic.
Okay.
2009, I started the comedy club in Festac. So he said that he wants to come and perform. So he came that day, he performed. Then at that time, he had come to understand the game. So he didn't ask for money. I think after then, he said he's going for an AY Live the next time. He was also going for one competition at, what's his name? The guy that does Night of Stars on Laugh. Upper Williams.
Oh, okay.
He was going for the competition. And then, after those 2 competitions, he came to Limelight.
And it blew up.
And good enough, we'll be working, I have a relationship with virtually all the comedians that started before 2000.
That was the question I wanted to ask, actually. Do you still, you're in Canada now, and I know some of them still come around here to do their show.
Yeah.
I've seen AY shows a lot in Canada.
Yeah.
I think you even have a movie actually as well.
Yeah.
And Basketmouth,
Exactly.
do you still have some sort of connection with them? Do you still talk with them?
Yeah, we still relate, but unfortunately in Canada, when they come to Canada, it's not their show.
It's someone that brought them.
The promoters pay them to come perform. So in that case, it's a business. I can't go there.
Oh, okay.
Unless the promoter now engage me separately.
Okay.
Because it's no longer, I'm not sowing any seed.
Yes.
So if I come there and perform, it's not a favor, because it's like barter. Okay. Do for me, I do for you. Yeah. So if I come to that show, I'm not doing it for Basketmouth. I'm doing it for the promoter. So what am I going to gain from the promoter if he doesn't have that?
But you still have like a conversation when you want to.
Yeah, I have some conversation. Some people ask me, why don't you bring them for your own shows?
Yes.
When I started the comedy, I faced some rejection in some areas.
In Canada or in Nigeria?
Both in Nigeria and in Canada. Yeah.
Okay.
In Canada it was worse. In Canada was the place I got the lowest offer ever in my life.
Wow.
You understand? Then I was already big. So when I got that rejection, I told myself, say, you know what? You're going to create your own platform. And with this platform, you're going to give room to younger guys
to come,
so they don't experience the rejection you experienced. So when I started my comedy show on radio, I owned the first ever stand-up comedy show on radio in Nigeria.
I heard about that actually.
So the comedians that I feature on the shows are young comedians that I see, man, these guys got talent. They need the platform. I brought them on the show. And now that I'm in Canada, I also want to bring young comedians that need this platform more. If I bring, let's say, Burro to Canada, I've not done any big thing for his career.
Yes. He's already kind of...
He's already big. He's there already.
Yeah.
You understand me? But there are young guys that are really funny.
And they don't see that motivation.
They don't have, nobody will give them that platform.
Exactly.
Unless they struggle and get big like Abororo, like Destocker and the rest.
Yeah.
But if I bring them here, the audience will see it's a two-way thing. One, I will give my audience freshness. Because my shows are always designed to, are content-driven. I don't just want to give trend. I want to give content. And by the grace of God, I've been able to achieve that over the years. Yes. Like more than 40 shows I've done is being driven by content. So if I bring those guys, it's a fresh content for my audience. My audience will get the fresh, what do you call it now? Breath of fresh air experience. You understand me? Right. At the same time, that comedian will be glad. So, oh man.
Finally,
I did Canada.
You understand? Someone gave me the opportunity.
Yeah.
I will still want to stay a little bit on our legend in both the comic industry and entertainment industry in the old general, because music, comedy, movies, you guys are kind of in the same way for me.
Yeah.
A lot of things have been happening about one of our key legends, Idris Abdulkarim, and I know that. For me, I always say you have to give respect where it's due, right?
Yeah.
What do you see the way because our new artists as well, or the reigning artists, they're not new, Yeah. You can't say Burna Boy is new, you can't say all other big artists are new, but they are the current generation now. Don't you think the way they are treating the legend, because a lot of people might come with their own opinion, like, oh, what did legends say? I think in our culture, or where we come from, or even in the world, there's some sort of respect. There are some people that can correct you if you do something wrong. Yeah. It doesn't mean when they were at your age, they didn't do it. But maybe they didn't get someone to actually correct them.
Yeah.
And now they know that, you know what? That's not the right thing to say or to do. What's your opinion about the way they are treating our legend? Karim and all the rest.
To be honest with you, I want you to see it from both sides.
Okay.
There's public side, right?
Yes.
In the front. And there is behind the scene. Some of these new guys didn't enjoy any acceptance from the old guys.
That's it.
But what happened, what transpires backstage, you, the audience, don't know.
You don't know.
Take, for example, you have a show here.
Okay.
The stage is over there, and I come to you, the backstage, say, bros, I beg, I won't perform.
Put me for sure now.
Put me for your show. Now, maybe I'm coming to you at the later hour, at the wrong time.
Okay.
I'm seeing you. I didn't know, I was supposed to have reached you maybe weeks ago.
Oh,
I thought maybe
even at the beginning of the show.
when you were, no, I mean, before that day.
Okay.
You understand me? For me, I'll say, oh, bro, you came late. Oh. If a young comedian or a young artist, you came late. Oh. My program is already drawn out. Let's talk after the show. Maybe some other ones.
Okay.
You understand me?
Yeah.
That's me understanding that this young guy don't know that the program has been drawn. I can't begin to adjust it now.
Yes.
If I talk to the young comedian that way, the young musician that way, and I give him my contact, I have accepted him.
Yes.
I may have denied him of the opportunity today.
For that day.
You understand me?
You gave him the opportunity that you can come back.
We can do something next time.
Next time.
That comedian or that young artist cannot disrespect me tomorrow.
That's it.
Unless maybe that tomorrow comes and I turn him down again, yes. I give him some form of rejection. But in the case that the guy come to you, say, bro, Sabema perform. Blah, you the Chris.
Get out of here.
For this kind of show, when I get this, I beg, who let this guy enter here? Man, now that guy might not really mean it that way. He might be under some tension. Stress, and if this guy should know that he should not be meeting me now. But whether you like him or not, now human being be that. Emotion will come to play. If the guy leave that place, there's the tendency of him meeting you again for any help will be hard. Rather, in his heart, he will say, man, I need to succeed so that if he show this guy, say God pass him.
That's another thing.
So by the time that guy get big tomorrow, and you come and say, hey, I paved way for him.
No.
He will bullshit you immediately. He will tell you, say, hey, you don't do that.
You didn't pave way for me.
You didn't pave any way for me.
Wow.
Nobody did anything for me. Do you understand me?
Yes.
There are very, very few creatives in Nigeria that actually give younger guys opportunity because they want to give them opportunity. Some of them give them opportunity because, of course, the work, the collaboration is key.
It's key, yeah.
If you don't accept collaboration, there's no way you're going to succeed.
Yeah.
So if, for example, I'm doing a show as a comedian, the show should last at least minimum 2 hours, 30 minutes. I can't come perform for 2 hours, 30 minutes. I'll need like 2-3 comedians to come support me.
Yes.
Right? Now, I can get young comedians and make them feel that I'm helping them. And they will indeed feel that way.
Yes.
But there are comedians that say, they know that I need these comedians. They also make the comedian feel that they need them. People like Alibaba. Alibaba will never make you feel that he's helping you. Right? Alibaba will make you feel like that you are both business partners.
You're collaborating.
Do you understand me? Other. So if you are funny, Alibaba the day they call me on the phone, Don, how you dey? Are you okay? Are you free? How long was the last time you did a show? I said, bro, he said, okay. This Saturday, I will tell Tota to call you. Do you understand me? That. You just have the love. Alibaba gave comedians cars. Not because he wanted them to feel he's on top. Yes. Because he know that they need the car. If Alibaba is engaging you for a show, he put in some respect. He gives you some respect to make you feel like the superstar.
And that's why you rarely hear anyone say negative thing about Alibaba.
Any comedian that say any negative thing about Alibaba, there are two things. Either he has not met Alibaba before, or one Alibaba old girlfriend. Spoil Alibaba.
Okay.
You understand? But some other guys will, hey man, don't worry, I will help you.
And they will never.
No, they will definitely put you on their platform. You come, you deliver a great performance. Yes. You enjoy your time. You get bigger from there. Then they want to take the credit. I say, oh, I was the one that helped him. No, man.
I think that statement.
You both helped each other. So it's a partnership.
It's a partnership.
Because if that guy not come that show, only you not do the show now. So you have to give them that respect. I see some promoters in Canada, in US, in UK. They get talent from Nigeria, do visa for them, and ask them to buy their ticket.
What?
I can never do that. It happens every day. Most of those shows you see on in UK, in Canada, some of those comedians, they buy their ticket themselves. Why? They just want to give that impression, say, oh, I travel abroad, go do show. Then the promoter or the comedian that is bringing them will feel, oh, na me help am come abroad. You don't do that.
Wow.
I can't bring any comedian. Any comedian I'm going to bring, the least that will happen, I might not pay you your professional fee. But your flight, your accommodation here, your visa issue, I will make sure I take care of all of that. That's putting respect on the craft. Make him feel that he's contributing too. You are not the one. They are not just helping.
Exactly. Because
if you're not, if you're not coming for that show, only if you perform 2 hours. You can't do it.
You can't do it. You cannot.
You understand me? So back to your question, the new guys that are not paying so much respect to the old guys, whether you like them or not, they are human. They didn't enjoy acceptance from the OGs. Some of these OGs.
But don't you think, like, if they show it out there that they're disrespecting this kind of legend, is it not going to come back to them when they turn to legend as well? When they reach a certain age, are they not going to get the same disrespect from the young ones at that time?
That is why they have to, if they are aware,
be careful.
They have to also do something to younger guys that are coming behind. Take for example, somebody like this Ashake boss.
Olamide. Oh my God. Don't even, that's like, I like that man so
Olamide
much.
till he die, he will be respected in Nigeria.
And you really see him in any, controversy or anything, because all he wants to do is just to help people, Adekunle Gold.
He give a lot of guys platform.
Yes.
And if you see the relationship he have with these guys, none of them have come back to make him look like a capitalist. Someone that just want to take from them. You see the joy each time they talk about him. You see Zlatan talk about him. You see even Naira Marley talk about him. You see Ashake talk about him.
True.
They are all positive. You understand me? So if these young guys began to follow the trend of Olamide, of sharing their platform, not just as a boss, and also to create empire and help people, definitely, it will be a better place for them. They will be celebrated for life.
Don Jazzy, these are people.
You see, Don Jazzy too. Don Jazzy will be celebrated for life.
That's true. Let's talk about your show, because you are my brother. You have your show coming up in Toronto. The Dedon Unblended, the 3rd edition, I believe.
Yeah, 3rd edition.
What should we expect? What should people, because I'll be there for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
What should people expect in the Dedon Unblended Toronto version, at least, the one I'm going to be
Toronto, yeah. So my show has always been driven by content.
Yes.
So anybody that is coming for my show, I guarantee you 3 hours of maximum laughter and fun.
I know. I've been there.
Now, one other thing I like to tell my people, I don't start my show late. It has been my character from time.
Yes.
I always have engagement from the beginning. Even when I want person sit down, we'll have something for them. So please make sure you come early. The time is 8 p.m.
How can people get tickets? Because I know a lot of people want to know, how can they get tickets to be... When is the date, actually?
The date is April 13th.
The one for Toronto.
Toronto is Saturday.
What about
April
other cities?
13th. Saturday, April 13 is Toronto.
Okay.
Edmonton is Friday, April 19.
Okay.
Calgary is Saturday, April 20th.
Okay.
Then we'll now move to where we speak French, Le Voité, Le Tout. That's Montreal. We'll go to Montreal.
In May, right?
No, April 27.
Okay.
Then May 25th is Vancouver.
Oh, so Vancouver is going to be the final...
Yeah, the final one for the first phase, because I did Kitchener last year.
Yes.
And they've been wondering, why didn't you add Kitchener? So I'm going to do Kitchener later. They are special people. I need to do their special.
We're all special. Come on. Anyway, I know we always get
Everybody's special, you know.
We always get special content in Toronto as well.
Yeah.
And people can get a ticket on...
You can get the ticket on Eventbrite.
Okay.
Yeah, for those of you who don't want to go through the internet, you can contact me. I'll send you your ticket straight.
I will definitely
We're also
be
bringing
there.
Passion all the way from Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
The guy that played Titus on my flatmate.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
coming
amazing.
This guy is crazy.
I think I saw some of his videos.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there.
Thank you very
and I will try to, to support the show as well. And
don't
see,
make am be that.
now you want me to say, I give my Oga support. But as you said, it's collaboration. Through you, I've been able to meet a lot of amazing people. And those amazing people have introduced me to a lot of other amazing people.
Wow.
And I always look at it as collaboration, networking is what's going to... And I'm saying this not because you're here. Through you, Deedon, I've met 3-4 set of people that I've introduced to the next person. I posted one of your video on my WhatsApp. Someone asked me, you know Deedon? I said, that's my brother. You understand? So I appreciate that. You've always supported my own thing as well. You were here when I hosted an event as well. I appreciate that, and I look forward to, having a lot of fun on April 13th. And please buy your ticket on Eventbrite. Contact Deedon on his Instagram. Instagram is the best.
Instagram, Deedon Nigeria. Yes, I'm very active there.
Contact him there. Get your ticket. Please, let's have fun. Canada is a beautiful country. We have to add a little bit of fun to it.
Yeah.
Let's go show our brother Deedon love on April 13 in Toronto and all other cities as well that is going to be shutting down. Take care.
Thank you.